it like that. I like it like that. As you can see, it's Tokyo is Tuesday. Tuesday, I said. But we are here, and I got Ryan. I got Ryan. Ryan, tell the people how you feel.
I feel really good, man. I feel really good.
As y'all can see, we all got on all black too, because it's bigger than Nino Brown tonight, baby. It's bigger than Nino Brown tonight, goddamn it. You see the title, goddamn it. Bigger than Nino Brown tonight. We all got on all black because we going to a funeral. Because tonight, it's the end of fucking Ben Simmons in Philadelphia. We ending this shit tonight, goddamn it. It's the end of this shit tonight. We ending this shit tonight. For the season even start. We all got on black because we going to a funeral. We ending this shit tonight. But Ben Simmons got a goddamn agent in the building named Sports Guru. First of all, I'm gonna start off nice. How you doing, Sports Guru?
My name is Rich Paul. I'm LeBron James, one of his closest friends, and I welcome everybody. God bless.
Please.
How you fall back, man?
I'm gonna start off with some more niceness. Miss Chocolate Girl, how you doing, baby?
The chocolate girl is here. The chocolate girl is here. How everybody doing?
I'm gonna need you to
what
sing.
A great football week this week was. This week 6 was. It was a great football week.
I'm gonna need you to sing for this one because this is gonna get ugly.
I'll sing for you. The Side Jones.
No, I need you to sing going up to yonder. You know what I mean? We're gonna have to sing going up to yonder because I'm tired of Sports Guru, and he just like to take up for whoever he like. You know what I mean? That's what I'm starting to notice. They could be wrong as two left shoes, but if he like them, they a winner. That's the shit that I don't like about him. But you know what? Hold on, my cousin in the building. You know what I mean? OG is in the goddamn building, ladies and gentlemen. How's you doing, OG?
I'm doing fine, Kim, folks. How you feeling, cousin?
I'm feeling good. It's a little hot in here because the Guru been eating beans and fucking strawberries today, so he got all this indigestion and keep farting all over the fucking place. But you know what? I ain't taking that shit no more. I'm tired of it. Ryan, tell him, Ryan. Tell him, Ryan.
I've been tired of this shit. I'm finna blow you out.
We tired of this shit bigger than Nino Brown, Guru. All right?
Tonight is going down.
You know what? The topic, the reason why we so upset, the reason why we all got on black, we tired of Ben Simmons shit. We tired of it. And we just, it's bigger than Nino Brown, baby. Bigger than Nino Brown. But we tired of this shit. But I'm gonna let Guru go ahead because he think Ben Simmons was right.
Hey man, don't stab me in the hand because I'm light skinned.
I ain't never like him anyway, pretty motherfucker.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's exactly what he said.
Go ahead, Mr. G.
I'm waiting. Somebody better say something or I'm gonna have a chocolate girl moment up in here. Y'all better come on.
Listen,
come on, Sports Guru.
What do you want me to talk about Ben Simmons and
why is he right?
Want you to know, a lot of people don't know. Let me start this on. Let me go back. Let me go back to Tokyo's Tuesday character, and then I'm gonna go.
Give us the intro.
Yeah, let me everybody know. Ben Simmons got kicked out of practice today. Word on the street is that Doc Rivers asked him to participate in the defensive drill. When they put defense down, I swear Doc asked him to shoot some free throws. I swear to God, I think Doc asked him to shoot some free throws. I don't care what nobody say. He said, Ben, and then I'm telling you exactly what he said. Ben, go shoot some free throws. Ben light skin ass said, no. Ben, go shoot some free throws.
Say the no.
Ben light skin ass said, no again. Get the fuck out my chair. That's what he told him.
He's being real now, huh?
But Guru said Ben was in the right. Could you please explain to the crowd how he was in the right, Ben? Guru?
Oh, let me mute my mic.
Let's welcome everybody to Talk Your Ish Tuesday. And as you see, these two clowns, Dennis Holmes and Ron Thomas, are out of control. Okay. Both of them are homers, mind you. But that being said, I'm not saying that anytime a player does what Rerun did last year, I'm talking about Harden and what Ben was doing with a cell phone in his back pocket. Obviously, that's not professional. We all understand that. You have to be you'd have to be dumb not to realize that.
Hold on. What was the cell phone in the back pocket? I missed that.
he was in the practice and he had his cell phone in his back pocket while he was practicing.
Who he calling?
Okay.
Huh?
Who he calling?
He ain't
No,
called
I
me
don't know
because
who
I'd have
he
told
was-
him.
I don't know who he was calling,
Go
but
shoot some free throws.
But that's not a good look. I mean, you know, you shouldn't have your cell phone in your back pocket. I mean, that's really taking it to a whole new level. I mean, he was the only one with sweatpants on. Most everybody else had. I mean, you know, I know it gets cold in Philadelphia, and we know the people are cold, just i.e. Dennis Holmes. However, but the bottom line is, it ain't that cold. I'm in New York, and I went out with shorts today. So, you know, that being what it is, okay, the bottom line is this was over the minute Doc Rivers threw him underneath the bus once the season was over in a pitiful manner. Everyone knows that. OB threw him after under the bus at that point. There was no recovering to the situation. It's like being involved in a marriage. You catch your wife having sex with another man in your bed and she's begging you to come back to you. It ain't happening if you have any pride in yourself. Okay, and that was the situation Philadelphia was in. Now, because they have Daryl Morey, the same clown who went to, I guess, what was it, China, and screwed up that whole thing and lost millions of dollars for the NBA, and then, wanted to blame it on other people to clean up his mess. Now, he comes into Philadelphia. Elton Brand was in charge. Obviously, they kind of kicked him to the side, and now he thinks he's going to be able to get all these draft choices. How are you going to get 3 number 1 draft choice for a guy who can't even hit free throws? I'm not saying Ben Simmons is a bad player because, hey, they voted him into the All-Star game 3 consecutive years, so he's not a scrub. We all understand that. But the bottom line is, right now, just like Tragic Johnson did when he, and no way was tragic as bad as this situation. A lot of people have had playoff, just terrible moments and then come back and worked on their game. And Ben could overcome this. I mean, it's, free throw shooting, the outside shooting, it's all a mental thing anyway. And it's all about practice in terms of repetition. That's all free throw shooting is. You find a nail, which is in the middle of the court, and then you have a routine. You bounce the ball 3 times every time, and then you hold it in your shot pocket, you shoot, and you follow through. That's all it's about. I could teach Ben Simmons that. Obviously, his brother can't because he don't know anything about basketball. But that being said, once Doc did what he did, it was over. Doc, a person who got thrown under the bus by that dope Pandemic P and that other dope Kawhi Leonard, and they had the audacity to do what they did to him, he should know better. Because when somebody does dirty to you, you should at least know, you know what, I'm not going to do that to other people because of how it felt to Doc. Doc lost his job because of those 2 folk heroes, those 2 cornballs who couldn't get it done, who had a 3-1 lead and got their ass kicked by the Denver Nuggets of all people. Okay? So the bottom line is Doc made a mistake, and Doc has a checkered past, as Dennis Holmes mentioned earlier. He's the king of losing a 3-1 lead. But that being said, he's still a champion. He's still a better than average coach. And I'm not going to blame Doc for last year. Embiid, who was terrible against Atlanta, he can't say shit because he wasn't shit. So you got 2 guys who got checkered past themselves. Embiid, who didn't play for 2 whole years. What the hell is he talking about? You didn't play for 2 whole years. You couldn't get your body right because you're not professional, because you didn't take care of your body. The most important thing. You're an athlete. You don't take care of your body. Okay? So you're the last person that should be chirping. So now we fast forward to today's, unfortunate situation. Of course, he could have handled it better, but as I said, it's Daryl Morey and it's Doc Rivers who put them in this situation. And look, the only reason he came back in the first place is because his checks were not. He wasn't. I guess they said they wasn't, cashing them or whatever. Or so therefore, in his direct deposit account, so he knew that they were going to hold his money back. So he came back, and now today, the reason why he put on this big performance today is because he was scheduled to speak to the Philadelphia media, and he didn't want to. So that was all a smoke screen by him anyway. And then they took it further and said, "Oh, get suspended. We'll take money out of your pocket." so on and so forth. So that's the gist of the situation. Like I said, the situation was over. These clowns should have been done, made a trade. They did not do it. That's poor management. That's poor management. They had to trade with the kid CJ McCollum from Portland. You're not getting 3 first-round draft choices for a guy that's not that great anyway. A good player, but not great.
You don't know what I could get. There's a sucker born. Let me tell you the Dennis Holmes. Hold on, sir.
You can't get it.
Now let me tell you something. Let me tell you something that I know about this sports world. There's a sucker born every day. Okay.
Yeah, and P.T. Barnum said that, and he's long dead.
Yeah. Well, okay? Listen. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you how I say it. When it comes to trades and draft picks, there's a sucker born every day.
Did Harden get free?
Somebody's going to do it. We ain't getting checked.
Last year? Harden's a way better player.
I got nothing to do with Harden. You keep calling it rerun.
It has everything to do with it.
I got nothing to do with Harden.
What precedent is it that they're going to get a 3 first-round draft choices for a guy who's a flawed player right now? Please.
Yeah, but see, Harden is in his 30s.
Yeah, and
Ben Simmons got to put all that together. See, you like Ben
Simmons will never be as good as Harden. We all know that.
But listen, you're not listening to what I'm saying.
Harden is in that top 75 right now.
Guru.
Harden is in that top 75.
Guru, you're not listening. You're not
listening
because
what does that have to do?
Your own pictures.
He's making a point that Ben Simmons is. I guess
can I say something? I'm gonna tell you. Hold on, wait. I'm gonna tell you a guy that's not even in the top 75, nor will he ever be in the top 100. Drew Holiday was traded from New Orleans, and they got 3 first-round picks for him. Like I said, there's a sucker born every day. All right, there's a sucker born every day. Let's get that out the way. On your Joel Embiid situation, he lost 2 years on a bad foot. Maybe he was overweight. You can say that, but last year. He was run up to be MVP. All right? If he'd have played all 82 games, he would have been MVP.
And what happened?
Well, he missed them. He got injured. Shit happens.
Okay. All right.
Shit happens. He got injured. Now let's get that's on the Joel Embiid part. Now,
what happened in the playoff game?
What
happened in the playoff game since you're doing
in the Game 7 playoff game, Ben Simmons didn't show up, and Joel Embiid took a lot of shots and missed. You know, you only miss shots because you take them. You know that, right?
That's right.
If you don't make them, then
you only miss shots because you take them.
If you don't make them, it doesn't matter that you took them. That's immaterial.
That is not immaterial. That's why you take up for him like that. Because he ain't take a fucking shot, and then you gonna sit there and take up for him.
When KD missed that last shot. And airballed it for Brooklyn.
Right, and
I was just as hard on him.
You ain't saying shit about Rerun, who ain't take the shot.
Rerun
ain't take the shot the whole joint.
Yeah, but he was. I would say this.
Keep taking up for these motherfuckers.
Hold on. I would.
Superstar.
No, hold on. I would say this. I don't like Rerun. I nicknamed him Rerun. Okay, but the bottom line with Rerun, he did have a pulled hamstring, and he got his ass out on the court. I didn't see Kyrie out there, and I didn't see any. And that was the bottom line. Those guys couldn't get out there. He did get out there and try to give him something. He gave him what he could, and I got to respect that, even though I don't respect what he did.
I'm gonna say this: when it comes to that playoff series against Atlanta, the reason we lost that playoff series, that was a team loss. We had an 18-point lead in Game 5, and we had a 26-point lead in Game 6.
Mm-hmm.
That's a team loss. That goes with coaching too.
I agree.
That goes with coaching too.
I agree, but to most of those dumb idiots in Philadelphia, they think it was all because of Ben Simmons.
No. Game 7. I said 5 and 6. Game 7.
No, but I'm just saying
because he didn't come to play in the fourth quarter.
I get that, and he has to look himself in the mirror. He's not perfect. He's not innocent. He's not an innocent bystander. And I'm sure he's reflected on this. He's not stupid.
He ain't reflected.
Right,
you don't get to the NBA by not having self-reflection.
No,
okay?
no, you don't.
He's not the most talented player in the
world.
Do. These guys work their
He's been
ass
gifted.
off.
He's been gifted.
That's not gifted. If he was so gifted,
he's been gifted that he didn't have to go get self-reflection.
If he was so gifted, he would know how to shoot a jump shot.
He don't
and foul
have to.
shots.
He feels though he don't have to.
No, but you're saying that he's gifted. He's gifted. So he was gifted, but he forgot two of the most important things on the way to that gift. That don't make sense. That's absurd.
What's the two important things that he forgot?
How to shoot a damn foul shot, which they teach you when you're 7 years old, and how to shoot a jump shot.
He don't want to. It ain't that.
This ain't new. This was Ben when he was in college.
This ain't about
him.
This ain't about can you
I don't
do it.
understand what
It's not about what?
about.
It's not about what?
This is not about can you do it.
Look, you gonna let somebody else talk up in this piece? I ain't sitting up here to look cute, even though I am.
Your favorite platform, Instagram, he shoots them on there.
I gotta say this.
I'll let y'all go. Go ahead.
If you get paid to be a superstar, you better show the fuck up. No matter
That's right.
what. No matter
Well,
what.
I guess Patrick Ewing, I guess Charles Barkley, I guess Reggie Miller. You want me to keep going? I guess they never showed up because they ain't win shit. They won
That ain't what he said. 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 But if you would let him finish, Guru, let him get his whole point out before you talk back.
Anybody else? No.
Say it again, I'm sorry.
Did I say motherfucking Patrick Ewing? No. Did I say anybody else?
You said superstar.
Okay. We talked about
those are all superstars.
Years ago.
Those are all superstars that didn't get it done. When it's all said and done.
But all those superstars.
Yeah, and guess what? Whenever they didn't get it done, they caught heat for that shit.
They got heat.
They caught heat for that. Every damn time.
Reggie Miller didn't catch no heat.
Yes,
Reggie Miller never caught no heat.
Yes, he did.
Oh man, you're talking about revisionist history. Yes, he did.
What the hell are you talking about? He's talking about leaving Indiana.
The only heat he ever caught was a couple of hooded people in Indiana. So that's all. That's
a lie. That's a lie, Guru. That's a lie.
The national media never gave Reggie Miller heat. In my opinion.
They did.
And you can say it's a lie, but I'm telling you it wasn't a lie. So you say it's a lie, and I say it's not a lie.
But
you keep saying disrespectful stuff about it's a lie. No, it's not a lie. It's my opinion. I lived through it.
Disrespectful.
No, you're
disrespectful.
You're saying it's a lie. Like you're saying that I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, or I'm stupid.
I'm not.
That's your opinion.
You got revisionist. Wait a minute.
You don't know more about basketball than me.
I ain't taking this shit today. Guru.
Well, don't take it.
You said to us that we got revisionist history. You said that first.
Ron brought up the point about superstars. Ron.
Let her finish.
I rebutted what he said.
No. You said that we
Dennis
got revisionist history. That's what
Dennis
you said.
Made a good point.
So don't bitch it if you can't take it. If you can't take it, then you don't get it. Don't bitch it.
Well,
you can sit up there and
telling you
us all kind of names, and as soon as I say that that's wrong, that's a lie, then you gonna say you being disrespectful.
Because it is a lie.
No,
it is a lie.
I'm not being disrespectful because you are wrong.
It is a lie.
He did catch hell from the media. He got hell from the media because he misread at the end to save the game.
I don't feel your words.
I can't tell you what year it was. I don't know what game it was, but I can tell you.
Oh, but you don't know the game.
When Reggie Miller caught hell because he was given the ball to shoot a three for the win, and he didn't do it.
Reggie Miller?
And don't tell me that it get on Reggie Miller.
You don't even know what game it was.
No, but it's a long time ago, though, Guru.
What game it is?
Well,
you don't remember what every game is? Anybody can sit up there with your big ass screen up and looking up shit while you talking.
No, I'm not looking up a damn thing. Most of my
you did. I said anybody can. And I'm not doing that. So no, I can't tell you exactly what game it was, but I can tell you what I damn remember. And I'm telling you, I know because I am a Reggie Miller fan. And I followed that dude. And I know when he was giving the business, and I'm going to keep on talking. I am not going to let you overtalk me and shut me up. You had 20 minutes to talk. You had 20 minutes to talk, and I'm going to keep on talking. So I remember when he did catch hell from the media because he missed the 3. And people were calling for him to be traded. Because they said with Reggie Miller on the team who doesn't play a whole bunch of defense, we will never win a championship. Does anybody else remember that besides me?
No,
just because you don't mean that it ain't true.
Dennis, you remember that?
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, we all do.
I said it, but when you said Reggie Miller never grew no heat, he was talking about leaving Indiana. That's what I said. You talk when you listen.
I heard you talk, but I didn't hear it. Go ahead.
He was talking about leaving Indiana. Every superstar scored heat, but Ben Simmons can't. But Ben Simmons can't catch heat
on his wife. But we won't get into that.
I don't remember that. But Ben Simmons, all I'm asking is,
talking about sport.
Ben Simmons can't catch heat. That's what you're trying to say.
The first thing I said,
as you being the coach, let me say this. As you being the coach,
the first thing I said was he didn't handle it right.
How would you have handled it as a coach?
No. As I told you before, I would have kept it in-house. I wouldn't have allowed the media to film him with his cell phone in his back pocket. I wouldn't have allowed the media to basically to go into a press conference as he did today. I'll answer this. I won't answer that. I'll do this. I won't do that. It's a bad look by Doc Rivers. As usual, Doc, the same clown who went and got Pandemic P on his team after he decided to do his daughter wrong. That's the same guy we're talking about. The same guy that got thrown under the bus from Pandemic P and Kawhi Leonard. That's the guy we're talking about doing damage control. Okay, wonderful.
I honestly think he's doing a good job.
I'm sitting with the story. Y'all just let me know when y'all want me to talk.
That it was everybody's fault.
This ain't the Guru Show. Last I heard, this Talk Your Ish Tuesday.
Yeah.
We all sitting up in here. Let me know when I can talk.
Go ahead, Sharon.
I'm just making sure. As soon as I start talking, I get interrupted around this bitch. All right. So what I'm gonna say is this. This is not all on Doc Rivers. And it did not start when he so-called threw Ben Simmons under the bus. This started years ago because Ben wouldn't take the help that he needs to improve his game. And when you are on a team with other players who are working hard to improve their game, who are not blessed with the same skills and gifts and talents that Ben Simmons is, and he dares not to accept the help on the 1 or 2 flaws he's got. He refuses to accept it, yet he is still treated like a superstar on the team, by the team personnel, by the media, by the fans, by everybody. It causes resentment from the teammates. It has to. If they have any pride, it will cause resentment. And that's it, and that's all. You cannot blame all this on Doc Rivers. Ben didn't handle none of this shit right. He think he LeBron. He think he can sit out and make moves, and now he got the power, the clout to behave this way. And he's not LeBron. He might have LeBron's friend as his manager, but he's not him. He doesn't have that much kahunas, and he don't have that much clout. And he's arrogant as hell and doesn't believe that he has to do anything different than what he's doing. Like I said on Monday's show yesterday, dude doesn't think he's done anything wrong. He thinks it's everybody else's fault. It's the Philadelphia 76ers organization's fault. He's done nothing wrong. Therefore, he came back for his check, but he doesn't have any intention in participating. That's what I said yesterday. And lo and behold, that's exactly what his dumb ass did. That's what he did. That's why his ass got kicked out of practice. Exactly as I predicted. So for people to sit up here and take his side 100%, like he ain't do nothing wrong and it's all on Doc, and it's all on the coach. You know, Doc Rivers that did all this with the daughter and the wife and the son and all that crap. Who gives a shit what happened in 1922?
I do.
We talking about 2021 right now. How is he handling this mess right now?
Terribly.
And I don't blame him. I would have thrown his ass out of practice too. I don't have any problem with it.
I'm with it. Deuces.
Deuces.
I'm with it. Deuces. The only thing I want to say is now, let's get to our trash ass plays. Ron, who you got, Ron?
Let me pull out my notebook.
Oh,
I like that chocolate. I like that chocolate girl moment.
Oh, I guess you was the one.
I don't like that
about.
because it hurts my throat. I don't like to raise my voice. I don't like
but
that.
I like that chocolate girl moment. I like that one.
No, but y'all need to be respectful and listen to everybody. And you cannot monopolize the conversation. Everybody got to get a chance to talk around this mug.
Unfortunately, when three people are attacking one, it sometimes
Ain't
goes down like that.
Oh, but no, I attacked him.
Nobody attacking you, but Dennis.
I attacked.
It was a one-on-one situation. Ryan asked the question, and OG didn't say nothing.
He's not. OG's not a part of this. Don't bring him. He's not a part of this.
I didn't bring him in it. I'm just telling you, he didn't say nothing. I didn't bring him in nothing.
1, 2, 3.
It was me. It was me and Ryan.
Well,
Ryan said like 2 words.
I'm glad you can count because I didn't attack you.
My trash ass player is New England. New England Patriots.
Oh, I must say I don't know what New England he's talking about.
You've been losing. Y'all been I'm talking about the fans. For the past 20 years, y'all been winning. And y'all been showing y'all ass on Facebook. And talking mad junk to everybody on Facebook. Now y'all losing, Dallas. You cannot handle it. You playing hide your seat.
That was a good game, though.
Well. Guru, what you got for a trash ass player?
I already gave it. Doc Rivers.
Oh, you was
Doc Rivers. Doc Rivers. Daryl Morey. Philadelphia fans. Oh, you take your pick. Because remember, they got a badge of honor. Them and the New York fans, you know, we got this badge of honor that we got to be so disrespectful and so rude to spitting on players, cursing out Santa Claus. Yeah, we're cool. We do that in Philly. We do that in New York because we're tough guys. Let me tell you something. I worked in New York and ain't no fucking body here tough. And I've been to Philly and ain't no fucking body there tough. I said it. That's my trash ass players.
I'm tough. I'll let you know that.
Oh, please.
I'm tired of your shit. All right, it's bigger than Nino Brown. All right.
Shout out to Dennis Holmes. He tough.
I'm gonna let you finish this statement. I'm gonna talk to my shit tonight. I'm getting you tonight, goddamn. Guru, you get me tonight.
But wait a minute, Guru. You in New York? Y'all tough? Ain't y'all tough?
I just said that they not tough here. I used to be on the train. I used to be on the train without a gun, and guys used to get on the train acting all tough. They gonna do this, and I used to stop the fucking train and say, "Do it now, tough guy."
Crazy.
And you know what? In 33 years,
I bet your crazy ass did.
Guess what happened in 33 years? Not a goddamn thing.
I bet
I was in money-earning Mount Vernon, where they supposed to be so tough.
In your pinky toe?
Excuse me? What'd you say, Ron?
He said you ain't get shot in the pinky toe. Hold on.
Only thing I know is we got the comments on fire.
Right, them comments. It's too many of them motherfuckers. I'm like, I think I'm gonna start from here. Then it'd be like 10 more comments coming. I'm like, damn.
I'm like, my scroll finger starting to hurt, y'all. My scroll finger. This is my scroll finger. Oh, gee. This my scroll finger.
Sharon, we need your trash ass player, Sharon.
Can you go to OG? Because I gotta run and get my notebook. I wrote it all down.
What you got, OG, for a trash ass player?
My trash ass player, I'm gonna go with my offensive coordinator, Dabble. I agree. Go forward for the Buffalo Bills game versus Tennessee. I do believe go for it, but that was the wrong play. That was the wrong play, man. You know, how you gonna send the head of the snake in with his head and gonna turn out he wasn't even ready. Who's in the passing position? Then he gonna run in. Everybody knew he was gonna quarterback sneak. Come on, man. That's why I always say when I said this in week 1, we don't have no running game. We need a veteran running back. Adrian Peterson, can you please come on over? That'd have been a great play for him to run in and get that 1 yard. That'd be a great play. I'm listening.
I got a question for you, OG. So are you saying, was it the call that was the problem, or was it his position and the way he was positioned?
Position,
it was
all
both?
that, because
okay,
all that, because Dablo should have been already ready for this. If he's trying to talk about we want to win a championship, we should already be geared for this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? We already know. You know what I'm saying? If this gonna come down to a 1 yard, go forward, our running backs are too small. They're too small. Our front line can't hold them big cats. Them Tennessee cats, there's some big cats over there. Big cats over there. However, we had Adrian Peterson, a veteran running back. Go to the left, brother. That was the wrong posture for coming in the passing position, then come on up to, you know what I'm saying, come trying to get a height. Everybody know he's gonna do a quarterback sneak. Everybody know that. Should have called timeout. What happened to the make him flinch? What happened to that? Draw him offside. What happened to that?
He needs some work on that, huh? They need some work on that.
The offensive coordinator, that's his job to work on all
but wait a minute. I didn't mean to
No.
I didn't mean to No, the Bills. I don't want to speak badly of the Bills because
there's more than one Bills fans in this world. Let me tell you.
I know it, but some of them listening.
I'll dog them. I'll dog them. But
I do have a question for you. I was being sarcastic.
I was born when we went to the Super Bowl 4 times and lost. I was born.
And lost. Yeah, I was too.
And lost. So
OG.
Any of these games, it doesn't affect me, man, because I've been
and was pulling for them too. Pulling.
But unfortunately,
I'm listening. Let me ask you a question. I was under the impression, in my opinion, that you guys should have kicked the field goal. You had 3 guys or cornerbacks on the Titans who were out of the game. If you couldn't beat them in overtime, something was wrong with your team. You got a way better offensive team than they have anyway. They got 1 offensive player because the quarterback ain't shit either. Okay? So I would have kicked the field goal and took it to OT. What would you have done?
I wouldn't have done that because basically what I'm saying is we can't stop Derrick Henry. I'm not going to get into OT time that's trying to stop Derrick Henry.
He only had 140 yards.
Hey, brother, he bust out 76 yards. How the fuck do I feel?
Right.
Did you watch the game?
Hold on.
So he only had 100.
He bust out 76. He look like OJ Simpson back in the day.
No, he didn't look like OJ.
Yes, he
had
did.
76 on one play.
Shit.
OG.
Shit.
He had 76 on
Jesus.
one play.
Here we go.
And he had 75 the rest of the game.
In the early 70s.
Say it again. He had 76.
In the early 70s.
He had 76 in one play, and he only had like 70.
Bruh, that hurt.
70. No, but
hurt.
But he got most of his.
What
I'm saying to you, OG, is he had most of his yards on one play.
That hurt. I don't give a fuck how you fucking about that. Fucking hurt. Them 76 yards.
Wait, OG.
Hurt.
He's a bad boy.
Hurt.
He's a bad boy. Anybody who doesn't know. Hold up, OG. Anybody who doesn't think he's a great player is out of their mind and doesn't know football. But the bottom line is he's a great player. He's the best player on that team. In fact, he got underpaid. They paid McCaffrey like $5 million more than him, and he took that money after McCaffrey got his money. One guy don't play, and all he does is carry his team.
All right, you ready, Chocolate Girl?
I am ready. Okay. So I had the 76ers on my list for a reason, but it wasn't the same as Guru. I feel like the 76ers should just let the man go. So for me, That's why they on my trash ass player list. They should just let him go. He doesn't want to be there. Why poison the rest of your team with that? Let him go. Because there's other people that you can get that can play better than him, or at least as good as he is. He can play anyway. So that's how I feel about that. But I also have these. Hold on a second. I have. Okay, so OG said his offensive coordinator. I just said the Bills, period, because number one, I had them to beat the Titans. I can't stand the Titans. Okay, I actually like the Bills. The fans, that's a whole nother story. Besides OG, you all right? But I had the Bills. I had picked the Bills to win. But how they go 2-5 in the red zone?
They can't score. They can't score. We ain't gonna run a game.
How they only 2 out of 5? They've been kicking ass and taking names. Of course, after that first, that week 1 loss, they've been, to that black and gold team. I forgot the name of that team. But
Steelers.
Weeks 2 through 5, they kicking ass and taking names. Walking around like Debo with the arms up. We the Bills, or we going to Super Bowl. We the best in the AFC. Yes, we this. But you 2-5 in the red zone.
Horrible.
Against
20%.
Against
if you want
a team whose defense is lacking. That is a problem. You got to fix your red zone performances, guys. Shout out to Jay Will, guys. You gotta fix that.
We ain't gonna fix shit. We ain't gonna make it.
I'm gonna give one more and then I'm gonna pass it on because I got like 8 of them. I'm not giving all 8, but I'm gonna give one more. Other people might think this was cool and funny, but I really didn't like that Aaron Rodgers "I own you" bullshit, and I don't like it. I don't like him going up to the Browns talking about, I own you, I fucking own you. You know what? This time last year, he wasn't walking around saying that. Nor was he doing that the year before that. He was looking kind of pitiful in the offseason as well. So I think he needs to remember who he is and who he's supposed to be. He's supposed to be the leader in the NFL. He's supposed to be one of the OGs. He's supposed to be this, that, and the third. And, he wants to be respected. He wants to be regarded as XYZ. As much as I can't stand Tom Brady, I can't see Tom Brady going over to the Bears fans particular and standing there looking at them saying, I fucking own you. I mean, he actually said the F word because he said, I own you like 6 times.
Yeah.
And I couldn't see. I mean, I don't like Tom Brady. I know he's got his issues, the lying, all the gates and all that mess. I know. But I will say this. He at least behaves as a leader when it counts. And he doesn't do anything that's just as just disgusting to me as that. I just felt like it was in poor taste. I didn't like it. And I'm all about, ha, we whooped you, this our house. I'm all about all that kind of stuff. But I think what he said was just a little bit over the top, out of pocket, as Aaron AB says. Shout out to AB in the comments. Out of pocket. I didn't like it. And I'm in no means a Bears fan. I'm not a Bears fan at all. I'm not a Packers fan at all. I'm not, my team is in the AFC and we really don't give a damn about the NFC. So that's how I just think it was foul. I didn't like it. And as far as I'm concerned, it's just more evidence of what I thought about him ever since his draft night, which is not much.
Well.
Let me just say one thing, Dennis. One thing I noticed about the Bills, if you look at their record, they only beat one team that's over 500. Other than that,
don't you say that.
You can't say that.
Don't you say that.
Don't say that.
Don't you say that. What you talking about the Bills fans like that?
I just trying to get a kid off the network.
They only beat one team. I'm sorry, Bills Mafia, because you guys
don't say that. Now they're saying you're gonna say that they wasn't shit.
No,
they wasn't shit.
I do think that I agree with OG. They need a running game because if you keep
running game, what the fuck you talking about?
If you keep running their quarterback, you know that little hurdle
his ass gonna be out.
Where he didn't make the first down on that last set of plays in last night's great game. That shit ain't gonna end well.
No, it ain't.
He ain't Randall Cunningham.
Gonna be like Peyton Manning with a stiff neck.
Last time I checked, and I don't care who don't like it, white man can't jump. Don't forget that shit.
He showed the hell got knocked back yesterday.
All right,
that's right.
That motherfucker
now you have to get
knocked back yesterday.
And there's only one Superman or two.
There was 5 motherfuckers on your ass.
Cam Newton,
5,
and Clark Kent.
Shaquille O'Neal. Don't get that.
And Shaquille O'Neal.
Oh, Shaquille O'Neal, no damn Superman. As the late Kobe Bryant used to say, get your fat ass in the gym.
Okay. Well, let me get my trash ass player. First of all, my trash ass player is Ben Simmons. Never liked you anyway, you pretty motherfucker. That's number one. Number 2.
Sorry, kid. Sorry.
Number 2 is Sports Guru for taking up for that motherfucker. That's what my other one is. How the hell you taking up for the player?
Because I'm a 30+ year union man. I never defend management. Never.
I ain't say defend management. I said the team.
That's what you doing.
No. I'm defending the team.
Doc Rivers is part of management. I'm defending the team. Daryl Morey is part of management.
So I don't know what. No. You're not listening. Leave Daryl Morey and Doc Rivers out of this. All right. You in the gym and you coaching your team. And you got this little light-skinned asshole over here that don't want to do nothing.
Wait, hey, ain't about the skin. Come on now.
You got this little asshole over here. I'm sorry.
Hold up.
Can't beat skin. Don't get the skin. You got this little asshole over here. Shalimar. Right? Now I seen a lot of coaches in my day. All right. I seen a lot of coaches. You know, and Doc Rivers told me a couple coaches called him up. All right. First person called him up out the blue and told him what he should have did was my man, Mike Singletary. You know what Mike Singletary told him? You can't play with him. You can't win with him. Gotta go.
And guess what? Guess what about Mike Singletary, who I love?
What?
Can't get a job in the NFL.
That's because of something else. You already know that. That's because of something else. And you know that. We're going to leave that part alone. No. Next coach called him up was Deion Sanders. Coach Brown. If he ain't going to be a dog, we want dogs on our team. What's his name? I said, well, his name is, he said, ain't nobody care. I was trying to tell him what his name was. He told me ain't nobody care before I got his name out. Ain't nobody care. He ain't a dog. It take dogs to win the championship. He ain't a dog. He can go walk home. Next coach called me after that was Herm Edwards. Herm Edwards called. And Herm Edwards said, you play to win the game.
Was it after he got his ass kicked last weekend on Saturday night?
He said, he called, he said, you play to win the game. That's what he said. That's what you play for. You play to
practice
win
what
the
he
game.
preaches after that debacle last week, Arizona State.
He don't have a locker room problem.
No, he just got a coaching problem.
He don't have a locker room problem.
He got a coaching problem. Got a 21-7 lead and get your ass kicked in the second half like they did last week.
Some things happen to some coaches.
It was a bad game.
It's just a bad game. That's all.
Bad game.
Okay.
Some things happen to some coaches. That's all. This is what it is. And then I went to sleep as I was going home. I went to sleep. And Denny Green, came in my dream and he said, you know what he said?
Oh, get the hell out. Denny Green ain't come no
Denny Green came in my dream. You know what he said?
You a goddamn liar.
You know what Denny Green said?
You a goddamn liar. What he say?
Tell me what Denny Green said.
You are who we thought you were?
He are who you thought he was. And you let him be pretty. That's what happened. And you let him
off the hook. You let him off the hook.
Now, if you want to travel, but he won't play for Philadelphia.
I don't appreciate you using my man Denny Green, one of my favorite coaches of all time. Ain't no fucking parody, ain't no damn parody skit you trying to do.
Dogs only. We don't need no puppies around here. Shout out to Coach D who's in the comments and Coach Skip We got some coaches in the comments tonight, baby. Hold up. There's some coaches in there that's
Yeah,
agreeing
tell
with
them,
this.
tell them to put their damn credentials up there too. I want records. I want records, coach.
Hey, Coach D. Hey, Coach D, inbox them your records. Inbox them your records, Coach D. Let them know how many kids you sent to the NFL. Let them know, Coach D. Coach Skip. Let them know how many kids you sent to the NBA. Let them know, Coach Skip. We got some.
I got one in the WNBA.
We got some coaches with some credentials in here. I'm just saying. But that, Ryan, you got any more trash ass players?
Yeah, I got Washington.
Yeah. Tell them why, Ryan.
Washington because you just now put Sean Taylor jersey up in retirement.
I thought it already was. That's why when I heard the announcement, I was like, so I had to go, I had to go to my friend G, Google, just to be sure I wasn't crazy. Yeah.
You know what? And Guru, go ahead, Guru. This is your time to interrupt and say why they did that. Go ahead. Go ahead, Guru.
No.
He's not even telling half the story.
Wait,
I mean, they had his picture in front of a P station, and people was taking. They couldn't even take pictures of the Sean Taylor, picture because they had potty putties or whatever the hell they call them in front of them. So Washington can't do shit right.
All right. Well, go ahead, Ryan.
Well, if you will let me finish,
that was my fault.
Long-winded, I would have said all that. But you long-winded, you like to take over stuff.
Dennis asked me a question.
I said that was my fault. I said that was my fault.
Now, and I got LSU for heart and raised with the only head coach that I know that won y'all a championship in college.
I don't understand why they made the decision this soon in the season and announced it. I don't know. It's just I'm sorry. I don't think that's good for the team. That's my thing. The team.
I think it was something else, but we ain't gonna.
Right. I think.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not buying the reasons, Ron. I would like to know what you think. I'm not buying the reasons they're giving, but I also don't understand. What makes me so suspicious is the fact that they're telling everybody they're doing this by the end of the season. But this is it's kind of like the Bulls when dude said this is going to be Phil's last season. Well, I mean, that's kind of messed up to do, in my opinion.
They got more than one national championship too. I know that.
No, he was talking about. He said the only one that he seen.
That I seen.
That he seen. That's what he said.
Listen, you.
Well, no, you was around in what was that? 2007.
Yeah, he probably wasn't watching college football though.
I think they won one in 2007 or 8.
I think it was before Florida, wasn't it?
Right. Yeah.
I said that I seen.
Well,
you was around in 2007.
Guru, besides that, Guru, the coaches on here, they didn't said that we got one on here, Coach Skip. He said he got 4 players in the NBA. Coach D. Coach D said that he coached Shaq Barrett. He was the first one to coach Shaq Barrett, who was a 2-time Super Bowl winner.
First of all, I got all the respect in the world for coaches. Being a former coach and doing my little part, I was just messing with them. So, coaches, shout out to you, and I know how much great. My problem is with Dennis Holmes and Ron Thomas.
Coach Skip and Coach D. I will need y'all to be on the side, Joan, on the side. This was side. I will need y'all to be on the show on Saturday morning with me and Sharon, the chocolate girl. Because
I'm gonna be there.
Because we do a coaches segment, so we will like y'all to be there for the coaches segment.
Yeah, we working on it. Mm-hmm.
Yes, we are working on it. We will hit y'all with the information on it. Anyway, I'm sorry. There was one more thing. You did say Washington. I'm sorry for interrupting. I just had to say this. Patrick Mahomes' brother. There's a lot of bad things I want to say for what you done did. And Sharon would be real mad about these words I use. So what I'm gonna say
hey, leave that light skin out.
No, I ain't gonna say the light skin, bro. I was gonna say a
right.
bunch of cuss words. I ain't gonna say the light skin, but what I'm gonna finish it off and say, I'm like, you no longer need to be in no more NFL statements. That's just what it is.
Right.
You know, you're gonna do your little TikTok dance, or whatever you're gonna do it at home.
Right.
Because that was just straight disrespect.
That
there's no way to cover up for
consequences and repercussions.
There's no way to make up for it. There's no way to be like, oh, I didn't know I was right there. No. They just put it there.
Right.
They just made a ceremony about it. And it wasn't like you ain't even let the damn paint dry. Let's be for real. All right.
What was his excuse?
Like I was saying the other day, Sharon, they ain't even cut the heat on yet. You over here acting stupid. All right? They ain't even cut the heat on yet. You over here acting stupid. Let me get this out the way.
What was his excuse?
What was his excuse?
He don't that one.
No more stadium. I don't care.
He don't that one, sir.
No, I'm just interested to know because he said something because somebody was I heard somebody vaguely saying that he offered some explanation, but I couldn't get what the explanation was. So I didn't know if y'all heard it because I couldn't make no heads or tails out of it.
He don't got one.
Like I said, there's no excuse for it. That was just straight disrespectful. You know what I mean? You sat there and see the Washington football team try to cover up for everything that they did wrong, so they used Sean Taylor like that. You know, I didn't like the fact that they used him, and I didn't like the fact that you sat there and danced on the little piece of memorial that they actually gave him. So I don't feel as though you need to be in no more football stadiums. Because I don't want you to accidentally get your ass whooped. That's what I'm gonna say. All right.
I'm gonna say this
straight like that. You ain't come to Philly and try that shit if you want to. That's what I'm gonna say. I see you ain't do that shit when you was in Philadelphia though.
I'm gonna say this. Sure. They try to get the spotlight off of Washington with this Sean Taylor.
That's what I thought Guru was gonna say, but
that really made me mad.
I agree, Tom. I agree, Ron. Mm-hmm.
Now y'all got the spotlight on y'all. Oh, well, let's get the spotlight off of us and retire your jersey. That y'all should have done a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say something else, but I'm trying to be respectful tonight. I got family watching.
I'm gonna say I'm sorry.
Everybody else being
Well, fuck it. Washington, y'all deserve y'all to get y'all ass whooped.
Oh no, don't worry about it. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
Because karma. Listen to me when I tell you. That karma is a real thing.
Oh, it's coming. Listen.
Y'all gotta remember. I point this out as often as I can. The Washington, formerly named whatever, football team was the last NFL team to integrate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave that right there.
Because the way y'all handle stuff over there is not good look.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry. Ron, in a couple years, the Washington football team is gonna be called the Washington Chocolate City, okay? Don't believe me, just watch. It's gonna be a black old football team.
It's gonna be called. They're gonna be called the Chocolate City Thunder. That's what it's gonna be called. We're gonna have a Thunder football team. Yes, Chocolate City Thunder.
Because that made me mad, man.
Now, do anybody else got any more trash ass players?
I do.
All right, let's get them out.
What the hell is going on with the Miami Dolphins?
Oh, I can tell you.
The whole team garbage. How the hell you let Jacksonville beat you? What the hell? I don't care if you were in the United States, Great Britain, Cuba, France. I don't care where you are. That's no excuse. How? I could not believe it. Plus, you messed up my picks. Also, the Dallas Cowboys, as wonderfully as you've been playing, what the hell with all these penalties? What you almost beat yourself and lost the doggone game.
Was in New England.
What you doing? They've been playing so well, but you get in this game, it's almost like they were so confident that they didn't pay attention to execution and detail. Like it just went out the window. They were having too much fun. They got too cocky with it. That's what it looked like to me and felt like when I was watching it. I was like, yeah, see, y'all not concentrating. Y'all thought this was going to be an easy game. And y'all just going to roll in there and roll out and handle business and roll out. And then all of a sudden, y'all start being sloppy and making all these penalties. Only thing I'm going to say is they better be glad they didn't have, who was his name? The greatest Dallas coach ever. What was my man's name? Tell me, Guru. What was his name?
Landry?
Yeah. Better be glad you didn't have Tom Landry. Better be glad you didn't have Jimmy Johnson, because that wouldn't have flown. All them penalties, that was ridiculous. They almost gave that game away. Also, my Pittsburgh Steelers defensive backs, learn to tackle. Can you tackle somebody, please? Do I need to open up a tackling school?
You said tackle. I had to take my hat off because these niggas can't.
No, I'm just saying. It's like they got in this game and they forgot how to tackle. Like basic tackling moves that I even know as a chick who don't play football. I'm like, okay, so you're doing all these great things right, Steelers, but can you tackle somebody? Just tackle somebody one time for me. DB, Shan, can y'all do that, please?
Shan, I'm going to say I'm sorry because they can't tackle either. When you said tackle, I had to take my hat off. They can't tackle.
Yeah, man. It's like, what the hell happened? I mean, they do a whole, the Steelers Gazette or whatever, Pittsburgh Gazette does a whole article on how they're saying that this tackling problem can be fixed. Well, hell, it's week 6, y'all. We going into week 7. Time for y'all to get that together.
I know one thing that TJ Mack could tackle his ass off.
His name is TJ Watt.
His name is TJ Watt, defensive back. I'm talking strictly about the defensive backs. But go ahead, OG.
No, I'm just waiting till my next. I have one.
Oh, okay. Well, my last one is the Chargers. They have no run game.
Oh, you didn't. I'm done.
They looked anemic.
I don't know what the fuck happened to them.
I want you to say your piece because I was angry.
No, I was looking to see the Chargers give the Ravens a run for their money, and they didn't show up, man. I was like, wow. I don't know if it was jet lag or not, but
something.
They didn't show up, man. I really thought the Chargers gonna give the Ravens a run for their money, especially playing off of a short week. So shout out to the Ravens,
but especially given how they looked last weekend. Yeah. They looked like they were like world champions last weekend, and then this weekend looked like a JV team.
But I was really looking forward to a good game. But yeah, shout out to the Ravens, man. They really
shout out to the Ravens. They took care of business.
That damn Lamar.
I don't call him Lamar. That's what I call him. Let's get to these certified players. I'm gonna have to say I'm sorry to the public because trash ass players took a whole hour. I'm just gonna let everybody know that. Let's get to these certified players.
No, that argument in the beginning took 30.
Yeah, that was a good Ben Simmons segment. I liked it. You ready, Ryan?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I got Georgia Bulldogs. You 7-0.
Oh shit.
You 7-0.
That motherfucker was running. I checked that.
Go ahead, Georgia.
It was
when the last time y'all been 7-0 in any season?
Long time. It's been a long time.
I know it.
Dust the dawn.
Well, Vince Dooley.
But you 7-0. Keep up the good job, Georgia.
Look at it.
Go to New York. We can do something.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Let's put this out for the Georgia guy.
Oh shit.
Can you keep this same energy at the end of the season, going into the postseason?
Oh.
I'm glad you said that.
Especially when you play certain teams that we always hear called Alabama.
Yeah.
I'm glad
hang with them.
Roll Tide! Woo! Alabama!
I'm glad you said that.
Can Georgia hang with the Alabama Roll Tide?
What
you talk about Alabama? Woo!
My next question.
What everybody don't know, if somebody else beat Alabama, they get knocked out of the playoffs.
Oh. Okay.
There you go. You gotta say it like that. Roll Tide. Look, what you got, Sports Guru?
Well, there's a few people, but I think one person I want to give a shout out to is the Chicago Sky. And I want to give a shout out to the beautiful, the feminine, but yes, the one of the GOATs, that would be Candace Parker. You know, she somehow, this beautiful queen was left off the Olympic team. Once again, showing you that politics is always available and in session. But the job that they did against Phoenix was incredible. And I can't stand that little troll. You know, I heard all this stuff about her having a wife and kids and all this kind of stuff. And I'm not going to get into all of that. That's way out of my league in terms of, you know, what people feel is right or wrong. And, you know, you have people in your own family that do that. So I'll leave that alone.
Right. Yes,
but,
leave that alone. Thank you.
But the bottom line is I was glad to see them get their ass whipped. So Chicago Sky, congratulations on your first championship. And for old Paul, my man Czar, I don't think you're gonna get a championship in the NBA. Just relax. I know you got a little happy there, but you know, get better. And also the beautiful Candace Parker. Congratulations.
All right. What you got, Miss Chocolate Girl?
Before I give out my first certified player, I want to give a birthday shout out to Mr. Derek Kincaid. Denver Broncos fan.
Biggest Denver Broncos fan I ever met.
That I ever met. And one of the hosts of the Why Wednesday show.
Right.
With Sam Sports. Shout out to BJ Samuels for bringing that to our attention, Dennis, so that we can shout him out.
Shout out to BJ.
Shout out to you. Happy birthday to you, Derek, Big Derek Kincaid. So I said
Happy
that.
Birthday, brother. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, man. I don't know how old he is. He looked like he about 75, but
70.
He might be
about 80. About 80.
About 80.
About 80.
Yeah. He sound like it because I don't see him half the time. He be back in the cut. But all right. Certified. I've got to shout out the University of Louisville Cardinals athletic program because they decided, the football program decided that they're going to retire Lamar Jackson's number 8 jersey. And I just thought it was fantastic when I first heard about it. But then I watched the video. I posted this video somewhere. I can't remember where I posted it. And they surprised him. He didn't know that he was going to get his jersey retired. He thought he was going to talk to the media. So they bring him in this room. I believe he's at the Ravens facilities, and they bring him in this room, and there's a computer just sitting on a desk with some, fancy tablecloth on it or something. And he sits down, and then they're like, "Hey, Lamar, look." And they show him, they've got pictures up of him with Louisville stuff. And he's like, "Oh yeah, he still don't get it." He sits down, and then on the computer comes, I don't know who these people are, so I'm just guessing, but they're Louisville athletic personnel, like the athletic director, the football coaches and stuff like that, and other people that mean something to him. And they announced to him, and so you get to see his reaction, that his jersey, his number 8, is going to be retired at the University of Louisville. So nobody will ever wear that jersey again. I just think that's awesome. That's an incredible honor. And the wonderful things that they said about him was it was kind of moving, and he was really touched. And I feel like it was well deserved. So shout out to Lamar Jackson. I am a Lamar Jackson fan. I am not a Ravens fan by any means. I hate them nasty ass birds. He's on the wrong freaking team. But I do support Lamar. I just think he's incredible. And I said it when he was drafted. So that's one. I got 10. So can I give one more and then I'm gonna pass the mic? Carson Wentz. You know, Carson was really badly talked about when his last year or two at the what do you call them people? The Eagles. But he's been balling the last 3 games. In this past game, he went 11 of 20 for 223 yards and 2 touchdowns. And I don't believe that he had any turnovers. So he played a pretty complete game, and he's looking pretty good. He's looking like that, like he's finally returning to that old Carson Wentz that we knew about that year that he got injured. Before he got injured and he was in the running, he was in MVP conversations. So, you know, shout out to him because I'm a Carson Wentz fan. Secretly, people don't know that, but I am. I thought he was the best quarterback in his draft when he was selected number 2, I think he was, and I thought he should have gone number 1. So that was that. So Carson Wentz is my next certified player. Who's next, Dennis? I'm gonna pass it on.
You pass it to me. Well, actually, it's OG. OG, you got a certified player?
Yeah, you know I'm gonna roll with Derek. You know I'm gonna roll with Derrick Henry.
Roll Tide! Woo! Bang!
That cat up, man. The way I seen that cat play last night, it was like, wow, this cat is on his way for 2,000 yards easily. The way he was running yesterday, and then I find out, you know, his little training, you know, getting trained by Jerry Rice. You know, it's like, wow, you know, I know the training you're going through because I know Jerry Rice's trainer, Raymond Ferris. They used to train him and Eddie George back in the day. So it's like they doing the same training, you know what I'm saying, with that Coach Parks that done with us back in high school days, you know, lifting weights and running like a little 10 station. So, but I just seen that kid last night, man. Shit. Man, as long as he stay healthy, I see MVP all over this dude, all over him, for real. So that's my certified player of the week, man. So hate to say it, man, but that motherfucker bad. That's a bad dude.
Okay.
He just looks like a little like a robot when he runs. It's so funny to me. It's almost like he looks like a cartoon character, like he's not real. It's really weird for me when I watch him run. But he is a beast.
But Sharon,
he is a beast.
You should see his physical fitness workout.
I've seen videos.
Man.
Yeah, I've seen videos. Yeah, I've seen it.
I see why the stiff arm on motherfuckers and stepping on dudes.
Let me tell you, they showed one
in high school. What's his name? Beast Mode used to do that shit. That's the last
his training remind me of James Harrison's training rituals. Yeah. He has some of those, but on this one video, I think I saw them dropping something on his 6-pack. He was sitting like this, and they were dropping something on it. I can't remember what, but yeah.
Badass workout, man. It's like, wow.
Yeah.
Certified player of the week.
Let me give a shout out to Dalton D-Man Smith, my cousin, coaching his team, and they got first place. So shout out to Coach Dalton.
Congratulations, Dalton. Friend of the show. We love Dalton.
But what team Dalton coach?
Dalton actually coached the Special Olympics team. I think it was the he wrote in the comments. He actually wrote in the comments. You got to go back and see it. The comments been flooded so crazy. You have to go back and see it.
Yeah, Dalton, I'm so sorry that it's going so fast. I missed it. I didn't even see it. I can't even keep up.
Yeah,
we just have too many viewers tonight.
Yeah, I also want to give a birthday shout out to Ricky Bobby. You know what I mean? Shout out to Ricky Bobby.
Oh, it's his birthday? Oh,
it's not the day. His birthday was like I think it was 2-3 days ago. But shout out to Ricky Bobby. Happy birthday to him.
Happy birthday, Ricky Bobby.
Another certified player that I wanted to talk about. I'm gonna have to give it to Antonio Brown. You know, We was talking about.
He's on my list. He's on my list
talking
too.
about people with character issues, and we was talking about Josh Gordon and everything. Antonio Brown, man, came through, did what he needed to do, balled out, beat my Eagles. You know what I mean? So I definitely got to give it to Antonio Brown for his him being a certified player. I also had Carson Wentz up there, so let me say that. I also got my girl from Philadelphia, who was the WNBA's Finals MVP. They call her KFC, but her name on Instagram is KLC215. That is Kalia. Did I say her name right? Kalia? Yeah. Hey, Kalia Cooper.
Kalia Cooks or
Kalia Cooper.
Cooper.
Kalia Cooper. Shout out to Kalia Cooper. I almost said her name wrong. Shout out to Kalia Cooper for winning the Finals MVP, going out there just straight balling. All right. I ain't gonna lie, Sharon. That was some good basketball we was watching right there.
It was good basketball.
That was some good basketball. I'm gonna see what this NBA gonna look like. I got a feeling it's gonna be a little shaky, but that was some good basketball.
That was some good basketball.
It ain't shaky tonight because Milwaukee balling.
I put all those people that keep saying that the WNBA is boring. They on my trash ass player list. I should have put them on there.
Well, they should have thrown that girl out, but that was a joke what they did. That was a disgrace to push a referee and not to get suspended. But when
Diana Taurasi? Yeah.
When they start showing some credibility, then maybe they should get the recognition. I coached women's basketball for a decade, and I've never seen anything so disgraceful in my life.
Yeah,
I'll say that. Well, what was your question, OG?
I'm trying to find out who got pushed.
Oh, the referee. It was like a tank. They was down the bottom. They was tangled up, and the referee was there. And Diana Taurasi came in, pushed the ref, and picked her opponent, her teammate up,
and didn't
pushed him out the way.
Didn't get suspended.
They got it on. They got it on TikTok, cuz they got it on TikTok.
No comment. No, my question to you, the Guru. Who won that game earlier between Milwaukee and
the who?
Milwaukee and the Nets.
It's 88-75, 3:33 left to go in the third quarter. Milwaukee had as much as a 20-point lead. Brooklyn cut into it. But what I'm noticing now is that the Nets are not going to be able to win any championship without Kyrie. They can talk that talk all they want to talk. The bottom line is they're a good team, but first of all, Harden can't, or why did I call him that? Rerun can't play no damn defense. And Durant is a good defensive player, not a great defensive player, but a great offensive player. But in order for them to win a championship, they need Kyrie. So they can talk all that talk about him. They can talk all that talk they want about him and all this because, getting back into that, you shouldn't be forced to put a needle in your arm. They don't make if you get a woman pregnant and she wants to have that child, there's nothing you can do. That's her body. And many men have had to pay child support for many years because of that. But obviously, if you do that, then obviously there's a consequence. I get that. But there's no way in this world that you should be. Now, I'm vaccinated. And obviously, one of our good friends has found out the hard way what can happen to you when you're not vaccinated. However, that is his choice as a grown man. That is everyone's choice. I know OG, me and you have talked, and I know you're vaccinated. We're both a little older in age. And, go ahead.
Oh, yes, I'm green. I'm vaccinated and everything.
Okay, but that's a choice that we made, okay?
Sure.
Okay, that's a choice that we made. And if I invite you in my home, now I can tell you, hey, if you're not vaccinated, I need you to wear that mask. Okay? That's my right. That's my right.
Right.
But I don't have the right to go somewhere else and tell Joe, John, or Mary, you got to be vaccinated. And it's nonsense that these leagues are pulling, the NBA, the NFL, about allowing, we know, what's his name? Lamar Jackson is not vaccinated. Carson Wentz is not vaccinated. The guy for the quarterback for the Jets is not vaccinated, Wilson. So a lot of people, now Cam Newton just recently got vaccinated. but he did it on his timetable. Maybe Kyrie will decide to do it on his timetable, but he owes nothing to Kevin Durant before you owe it to yourself and maybe your family. That's the only people that I can think you owe something to. All this nonsense about the two things I'll say, and I'll move off. Number one, you took the vaccine when you was a kid. Well, first of all, when you're 5 years old, do you tell your parents, I'm not going to do something? That's an absurd analogy.
Unheard of.
That's absurd. It's stupid. It's ignorant. And I hear the media making that damn analogy. It's stupid. Kids don't tell their parents at 5 years old, I'm not getting vaccinated. And Kyrie, they keep mentioning the fact that he went to Duke. The only vaccination Kyrie had is when he had chicken pox and measles and all that. That was way before he got to Duke. So that's ignorant, okay? That is just pure ignorance.
Okay, Coach D actually says, shout out to Elijah Goran, one of the kids I coached on our last championship team. He lost his life playing the game he loved. Oh, sorry to hear that one.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, that was Coach D. Who was next? Anyway,
I got more. It's somebody, nobody else has it.
It's back up at the top of Ron.
Man, you go ahead then, Sharon. I ain't got no more.
I'm done.
You said Antonio Brown. I had him on my list too. And kickers. I want to shout out the NFL kickers this week.
It's hard to play that job.
They're kicking that ball, and they were the difference maker in a couple of games, quite a few games. And I'm gonna shout out the Pittsburgh Steelers kicker. He doing his thing. He looking really good. So I want to shout out the kicker. They never get any love, and they should. They're very important to a team. So shout out the kickers, especially for the Cowboys, Ravens and Steelers. And also I'm gonna talk about some of the players on this team right here. Got to do it because in the face of all the trash that people have been talking about, my trash ass team, my Steelers, they have not allowed anybody to keep them from moving forward. And every week I see a difference. I see improvement every week in specific areas. Some other areas they still need work on, but they're getting better and better and better. And I want to shout out Najee Harris for his touchdown in this last game. The way he's now picking through that line, he's finding holes and he's creating his own some too. I can see where that Alabama NFL scheme that the coach of Alabama runs, I can see why this guy is special, because he was already NFL minded coming into the game, exactly like they said. And I'm gonna shout out. Yep.
And you gotta remember, he used to be in the homeless shelter. Remember that?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And I'm gonna shout out Alice Highsmith, all those boys, Wormley, Cam, and all the rest of them right there. TJ Watt, all of the defensive guys, even Devin Bush got in on the action. It was really a team effort. Ben placed the ball where it needed to be placed. He did overthrow on a couple of passes, but not as many as he did week 1 and 2. So I see a progression. He's even getting more accurate. So certified player is the Pittsburgh Steelers this week as well. And I think that covers all of mine. I did say the Titans, way to hold off the Bills at 4th and 1 on the 3. That goal line stance was anemic. Was anemic and I should say the goal line stance of that defense was tough because the Bills looked anemic. And you're
They didn't
right.
draw my side.
You're right, OG. They could have done a little quarterback sneak up in there.
Look,
Didn't do it.
like the Cowboys do, or Green Bay, draw your ass offside. They love to do that. We
Oh,
didn't even
yeah.
try that. We didn't even try that shit. So fuck that blow. That's where I'm coming from.
Shout out to the Titans for getting that done down there low.
They did that. And shout out to my cousin
that.
Patrick Walton, a true Titan fan.
Hey, shout out in the comments to my homegirl Leslie Robinson, probably one of the biggest Steelers fans that I know besides myself.
All right,
So
now.
shout out to Miss Leslie.
Oh yeah, you know what? I do got another certified player. I'm sorry. This guy, let me get this guy his certified player in this because he's on his way to be defensive player of the year. Trayvon Diggs. He's on his way to be defensive player of the year.
He's on my list right here too. I skipped right over him.
He looking nice out there, acting like Dion and shit.
Yeah, he also got burnt on that play, but okay.
Yeah, right behind him. Right, but until
shit happens, you got
that
7
motherfucker got
interceptions.
7.
Right, got 7 in week 6.
7. This only week what?
This we going into week 7. We're going into week 7, and he got 7.
What's the wide receiver on the Cowboys? Not Amari Cooper. What's CeeDee Lamb?
CeeDee Lamb.
Hey, let me say this, y'all. I should have mentioned him on the trash ass player list. Let me tell you something. He caught that beautiful pass from Dak and went in the end zone.
Yeah.
But he was about 2 seconds off of getting that shit snatched because he was profiling. Looking back and doing, man, did anybody learn anything from Deshaun Jackson?
But that was a Bush League play that guy made though. Whoever that New England Patriot that got that dirty hit on him, that was
Jalen Mills.
But that was another play, and you're right. But that's not what I'm talking about.
That was the same play.
That was the same play.
That was the same.
What dirty hit? What you talking about?
He
dirty hit?
After the game, on the last play of the game, when he made the touchdown. On the last play of the game, what I said on the Cowboy that made a dirty hit. You the one that said it was on the play that you're talking about. What I'm talking about is when CeeDee Lamb scored that last touchdown. What's the guy? Jalen Mills. That was one of the dirtiest plays I ever saw in my life. You got beat. Take it like a man. Now, yeah, he did profile, but everybody profiles. Look, as you said, quarterback.
Okay, so I'm not saying that he deserved the dirty hit.
No,
I'm not saying that.
I didn't say you said that. I'm just calling him out.
I'm just okay. Okay, that's nice.
I'm calling him out because he's a loser in my eye.
Well, you tell me when you're done, and I'll finish my statement. Go ahead.
He's a damn loser in my eyes. I thought that was Bush League what he did. And it's outright disrespectful. Typical Patriot.
This is hit him all in the face.
Typical Patriot. But I also want to say one other thing. I thought that I said it early in the year when what's his name Ben, who I thought was terrible again. But the bottom line is they did win. TG Watt, he is an awesome player. I have to give him his credit. He may be one, I know they're going to give this kid on Dallas a lot of credit, which he deserves. He's played great. Although, like I said, he did get burned on that play. But TG Watt is an unbelievable defensive player. I got to give him his respect.
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt. I thought that's what I said. But
you got JJ Watt and TJ Watt. They're brothers.
Yeah, I know they're brothers. The one plays on Arizona. Yeah, just came there. Used to be on the Texans for many years. Yeah. So, but give him his credit. He is very good. Now he held out and he got a little bit of treatment that is privilege. I would like to call it in terms of talking about Watt.
Yeah, you said this is about 3. You said this about 3 shows. I'm trying to figure this out.
No, I never said he was great. I'm giving him his props.
You talked about his holdout on 3 shows.
Oh no! I don't know about 3 shows. I thought I talked about it on one show, the show that it was brought up on. But as far as him being a great player, he's in the top 5 as far as defensive players in that whole league. I have to admit that. I was wrong about that. I don't know if you could give the Cowboy as much as he's played really good. I mean, he's been great. This is his first year doing that. You got to do it over a period of time to be considered great. 1 year does not make you great. You know, he's having a great season. So congratulations to him. And the Cowboys are awesome. I know, you know, Czar is just loving all of this, and congratulations to him because that's his favorite team. And he, you know, I think that, you know, I don't know them or the Bulls, but, you know, congratulations to him.
Okay. Sharon, you got any more?
Yeah, I'm gonna finish saying what I was saying before I was interrupted. What I'm saying is, you still gotta remember, you have to keep focused on the game is what I was trying to say. There's nothing wrong. I've never said anything about him deserving to be, you know, hit dirty or anything like that. But when you're playing a game, win first. I don't have any problem with celebrating. I have no problem with it at all. Deion Sanders is my favorite NFL player of all time. My number one favorite. And the more he would celebrate, the more I loved him. But the one damn thing he always made sure is that he was across the line, or he knew nobody could catch him before he would start show profiling. And he got across that line. You just got to be careful of that. I don't even think he knew how close that guy was to him and then you can see him turn around and like jerk at the last minute as he was going across the end zone, the goal line. So that's the only thing I'm gonna say. Because I mean, he's young, he's having a good time, but you got to be careful because he does not want to be what's his name? The dude
Leon
Lett does not want to be Leon Lett. He does not. All I'm saying, I just hope somebody says something to him. I know I wasn't the only one that noticed that.
She went way back on that one.
Well,
I'm just saying.
It's real talk though. Real talk.
I remember Deshaun Jackson. I was watching the game when he was doing all this. Dropped the ball before he got across the goal line.
hopefully
I remember that.
We can get through these pretty good. I know we doing the NBA preview show part 2. We done went a little bit too deep into everything else, but I just wanted to know from y'all, who did y'all have as y'all picks of MVP?
For what?
For the NBA season. Now, my pick for MVP of this NBA season.
You mean your prediction? Your prediction?
Yeah, my predicting pick for the MVP of this NBA season. I'm actually picking Joel Embiid.
You don't say.
Yep, I'm being a homer. You right.
Why? Are you gonna say why are you picking him, or you just gonna give the name?
No. He was second last year. I think this year, from everything that went on, I think he'll be more pissed off and he'll go in there and he'll finish the whole season. At least 70 games, I say. I ain't gonna say whole. I say 70 games.
Without Ben?
Who?
Ben.
Who?
He said without Ben.
Who?
You
His
heard.
answer was who? His answer was
Who's
who?
Ben? Who's Ben? Ben Wade? That girl at the strip club, her name Ben Dover? Ben who?
Ben Simmons.
Who?
Oh my God. I got with Ben Jenner.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, there you go.
Never heard of him. He ain't on the list. Anybody else got any MVP picks or just me?
I got one.
Prediction?
Prediction.
Yeah,
It's just a prediction. Just a prediction.
I got LeBron James.
Okay.
I
Second
think LeBron James, he trying to get back to the finals, and he will get back to the finals. So I think he's gonna have a great season.
Okay. LeBron James.
He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah.
He exercised. He worked on his body, but he slimmed down a lot.
He's looking lean.
So I think he's ready for this year already.
Okay. LeBron James. Anybody else got any MVP thoughts?
I got one from Giannis. I mean, because the way he's balling his ass off tonight, man, I got to give him a lot of credit, man, because a lot of people think it was luck last year in terms of winning the
He
championship.
got the East. He locked down. He running the East. Period.
But he's showing me a lot tonight, and so are these Milwaukee Bucks, man. I got to give them a lot of credit coming here, putting that whip ass on Brooklyn, showing Brooklyn they just, you know, I'm not saying they just another team, but a lot of people, the odds makers, have Brooklyn favored. And then still, when Kyrie went down with the whole thing with the vaccination, they still had them favored. No, they ain't getting out of the East, not with this. And still, Miami's going to be real tough too. A lot of people, Miami got the best starting five in the whole league. So, and I'm curious, you know,
where
they got that
the best starting five in the whole league.
What's his name? Lowry.
Pay attention to something other than Philadelphia.
I said where? How do they have the best of where?
They got Kyle Lowry over there. Kyle Lowry.
Okay.
Kyle Lowry over in Miami.
So Doc Emmerich. Okay. So
it's Glenn Davis to you. It's Glenn Rivers to you, all right? Glenn Rivers to you.
You're lucky I don't know your
Only my good friends call me Doc.
You're lucky I don't know your daughter's name.
You got to be a good friend to call him.
My prediction is Kevin Durant. That's my only early prediction. I don't know why. I haven't seen anything, so I don't know why. That's just, you know, I told Dennis when he said this is what we were going to talk about, I'm like, I don't see how you make a prediction and they haven't even played any games yet. I haven't seen anything, so I don't know. And you can't tell by preseason, of course. And I don't know, but so I just a my gut just says it might be him.
No, I know. That. You know, I know. Good prediction.
I got it.
Just like for the most improved player, my most improved player, I actually got two different people. One is Dylan Brooks, and the other one is Michael Porter Jr.
Mine is Lonzo Ball or Brandon Ingram. That's who I picked.
Oh man, the Brandon
Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
Lonzo.
She, to her, he's
can I ask you a question? Who the better ball?
Melo.
Between who?
All of them. Well, we know who last.
Oh, who's a better ball?
Yeah.
Who's a better ball?
The Ball brothers. Out of the Ball brothers, who the better ball?
It's LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is the best.
Charlotte dude?
Yeah.
The worst one is on Charlotte too, though. But who you got as most improved player?
Wait a minute. He got the X.
No.
Is he the youngest?
No, he the middle child.
He's the middle child. You know, the middle child always got problems.
Yeah, middle child syndrome.
He got problems. Got that. So.
Damn.
So all right. What you got over there, Guru?
I got Porzingis.
Oh,
I think that's a good pick. That's a good one.
I think Porzingis is a guy. You know, he's been very maligned. The New York fans hate him, and I think that, you know, obviously, Jason Kidd, you know, is a player's coach. Always been, you know, maybe even too much a player's coach. Hopefully, he learned a little bit from his assistant coaching days with the Lakers. And a lot of times, you know, that's one of the things that when Adam Gase got the job in football with the Jets, when you're a head coach and you fail, you need to take some time to reflect. Most times you need time either not coaching the game, but sometimes you could also get it when you're an assistant coach, because you can kind of learn and reflect on what you did wrong. I did that a lot in my coaching career. I used to have head coaching jobs and used to have assistant coaching jobs, and I would learn what not to do from what the coaches did to me to my assistants. You know, I even coach sometimes with my daughter as an assistant. I you know, one of the things, she's going for her master's hopefully in the next couple of months, but I always said she would be a great coach because she took a lot of grief from other coaches, and sometimes when you learn that way, you learn what not to do to people. And she knows the game tremendously. I remember one time in my first coaching game in my career, she said, "Dad, you got scared," and I wanted to smack upside her head. But I don't know that she was 100% right, but she always had that part of her that would tell it like she saw it, and I love her for that. Even though sometimes you have your differences with your children and things of that nature, but I always loved that part about her, that she would always be very open about it. And like I said, she knows the game tremendously. So, but Porzingis is my guy because I think that he's gone through a lot and he's very talented. There's no doubt that he's very talented. So let's see if he can do that.
So he's your pick for most improved or for MVP?
No, most improved. The question was most improved, right?
Who was your MVP?
The Greek Freak.
Oh, that's
Greek
right.
Freak.
Okay.
Yeah,
Greek. Yeah, Greek.
OG, did you give an MVP, OG?
Yeah, I wrote Ron with the LeBron.
With LBJ.
Yeah.
I think that's not bad. LeBron might be a good pick for an MVP.
I mean,
did we do Coach of the Year?
Like he looks like he's on a mission.
Yeah,
Yes, that's the only reason why I picked him, Sharon.
I thought we did do Coach of the Year.
Yeah, we did Coach of the Year because I remember because I took Neil Long's.
Right, you did. That's right. You did. And Sharon took the guy from Miami, Eric Spoelstra. She said,
Eric Spoelstra. Yeah, I did say that.
Okay, all right.
Coach of the Year.
We on Defensive Player of the Year. Defensive Player of the Year.
Ooh.
I got Rudy Gobert.
You gonna give it back to Rudy? Rudy.
I really think he's gonna crack down, and he been watching. I've seen some videos. He been in the gym. He been working on his game, defense wise, and stuff. So,
well, his problem was last year he wouldn't come out and guard the three, and that's why they got destroyed in that playoff game. And Quinn Snyder did an awful job of keeping him on the floor, but we'll see.
So, that's who I would give it to.
Okay, what you got, Sharon?
For me, I got Draymond Green. That's who I got.
Oh,
Draymond. Okay.
Draymond, DG.
Okay, who you guys, Guru?
It didn't show in the preseason, but as we saw in the preseason in football, preseason means nothing. I'm gonna take Anthony Davis.
Okay.
Who you got, Dennis?
I'm gonna roll with Drew Holiday.
Really?
Who you got, OG?
Hey, I'm gonna go with that. Westbrook.
Brody.
I'm going with Defensive Player of the Year, Westbrook from the West.
Okay.
I think he got.
I think we got Rookie of the Year going on in. There's rookies out there. Did all y'all pick the same rookie?
No.
No, I said Jalen Suggs.
Okay.
We did that one. I thought
we did the Rookie of the Year.
I don't think so.
Maybe we didn't. I don't remember. I can't remember.
But I remember you saying Jalen Suggs, though. That's the crazy thing.
I said Jalen Suggs.
Jalen Suggs. That Jalen Suggs sound familiar. That's why I'm like, did we do
and because I said I think he's gonna edge out Jalen Green and that Cunningham. That Cunningham.
Ron got Cade Cunningham.
Yeah. I think he's gonna edge Cunningham out. I'm telling y'all, that Jalen Suggs is a beast, man. That dude, he reminds me of John Morant. That's what he reminds me of.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You gotta put an NA by me. NA, not available.
You never heard of him.
I ain't never heard of him.
Never heard of him.
Who you got, Google?
Ain't adjust to him yet, so
I had I'm sorry, OG. I had Suggs, but I'm a switch, and I'm gonna just go with a guy who I really liked out of college. I'm gonna go with James, and he's a dark horse, obviously. So, I'm not gonna pick the obvious picks, but I'm gonna go with a guy, James Bugnite.
Well, who's the guy?
Oh,
who's the guy
I like him too.
Who's the guy that came from Michigan?
It ain't him.
No.
Michigan?
Hey, it was a guy that came from Michigan.
Oh, I think you talk about the white kid, the shooter. He got a brother in the league.
He wasn't that good.
Jalen Shuggs. Okay, I see him.
No, I think his name is Davon Mitchell, ain't it? Davon Mitchell?
No.
I don't know. I don't keep Michigan players in my head. You know that.
I'm gonna go with Davon Mitchell. I'm gonna go with Davon Mitchell.
Well, Guru, you couldn't just keep it at Suggs. You can't match me. We couldn't have the same person.
No. I mean,
dang,
I said
you
that.
hurt my feelings.
No, what I said is you don't always. I wanted to mention someone new because you already mentioned him. So I had both of them I had both of them on my list. So I mentioned obviously the guy you had because I really loved his game last year as far as on Gonzaga. He was, it wasn't his fault they lost as usual.
No, sure it wasn't.
But he was awesome. I don't know if he's going to, he's in a tough spot in Orlando in the sense that, it's just a bullshit organization. I didn't even think, I'm trying to think who got that coaching job. I'm not even sure right now. So, but I saw Bugnite beat the hell out of my team 2 or 3 times last year. And so I couldn't help but remember that he had a tremendous game. So I had to mention him too, because I think he's going to be I think, Jordan has really been a terrible general manager, or not general manager, as a owner. But the one thing he got right was the ball kid, which really fell in his lap last year. And I think Bugnite kind of fell in his lap too. But since he picked him, you got to give Jordan the credit as well, because I don't know about that coach they got there. I don't think he's long for the NBA, but that's just me. They lost by about, and I know exhibition doesn't count, but when you lose by like 60 points in an exhibition game, something ain't right, especially when you're a young team like that. But that's just me.
All right, six man of the year.
I have no clue. I have no clue. It's only like 3 people to choose from, so I don't know.
Well, I actually got 2 that I.
You got somebody new? You got somebody new, or the usual suspects?
No, that's somebody new, sir.
Oh, okay, I'm excited. Who?
It's Carmelo Anthony.
Oh,
shit. Let me write that down, because I think that might be right. Okay. Yes. I love Carmelo. Y'all have no idea. Y'all have, and he's finally on my team. Shit. Hey. I ain't gonna know how to act, y'all. I ain't lying.
He ain't got Lala on his arms either.
Yeah.
Nope.
Lala in every gangster TV show there is. She in all of them.
She getting that money.
She getting that paper. She in all of them. As soon as I see a light skinned girl, like, who that fine light skin? Lala, that's you again?
and she always doing the nasty in all these pictures. So maybe that's why they got that divorce.
Hey, Guru. I didn't know she had all that.
Yeah, she not bad looking. I'll say that much.
Oh, she ain't. All right.
I got 2.
Here we go.
You got 2.
Easy, chill. Don't get Guru started on that. Just chill.
I got 2, and unfortunately, I have the same one as Stephen A. Smith over there. I love Carmelo. Now the only problem is, because he don't know shit about basketball. But what I would say affectionately, he might have to start now because we're down 3 starters. So I don't know. He might actually start tonight. I'm not sure if he's coming off the bench. So we'll see, because right now we're so thin that he may have to start. But I think his role.
Who are we down? We're down
Ariza. We're down TNT. We're down
TJT.
No, it's
THJ. It's THJ.
No, it's TNT.
It's THT is really what it is.
It's THT, my fault.
THT, my bad. And we're down 2 other guys. Let me see who the other 2 guys are, because they all have injury. Oh, we're down a guy from from the Jordan's team, the shooter.
Oh,
What's his name?
Yeah, I know
OG?
who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about. I can't remember
We're
right
down
now.
him, and we're down one more. The shooter, was it Harrington or something like that? All four.
Well,
of them
we signed Avery Bradley though.
Yeah. I don't know how much you can expect from him, but you know he's.
I'm not that excited about it, but they say that he can shoot pretty well. So
he can shoot
okay.
though. He can shoot. He can shoot.
Yeah, and he should know the system.
But it's been like 2 years though, right? Since the bubble, because he didn't play the bubble year, because he was on the Lakers in the bubble year.
Yeah.
He didn't play.
Yeah,
he played good defense too.
And that's true. Ron is 100%.
And they
right
need that. They need a good defender. Yeah, because KT is coming back to the Warriors.
That's Christmas, boo. That's Christmas, boo.
And who's your next one? Because I got
Christmas.
That
Christmas be here before you know it.
So I just we're down Malik Young, Monk,
60 days,
and Wayne Ellington. Those are the other two guys. Malik Monk, who I think was going to be a starter, and Ellington.
Who's your next one?
And the next one was Tyler Hero.
Oh, my next one is Kevin Herter.
Mine's Rondo.
Porter. It's HU, but it sounds like HW.
What?
Porter. That's how you say it. That's how you say his name.
Porter.
Doesn't he play for Atlanta?
Yep.
Brian Steen.
I'm going Rondo.
Brian Steen.
I'm just playing Ron.
Oh,
I'm gonna leave Ron alone.
I'm going Rondo 6-man.
I could see Rondo get it.
I could see Rondo getting it.
Rondo, the way he thinks. Yes, the way he thinks, and it been proven since he was with Boston and the Kings. He be thinking about basketball, and he do his job out there. He get everybody involved into the game. So
I will say he does have good basketball IQ.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's gonna be 6 man of the year.
I don't see that. I don't see him playing enough minutes to be 6 man of the year. 6 man of the year.
Really?
No, I mean, I think he's going to play an impact in terms of coming off the bench, but that's why his nickname is Playoff Rondo. I mean, I don't think he's going to play enough in the regular season to be, on that level to be 6 man. Carmelo, he's so much instant offense that I could see him, I could see the Lakers leaning on his scoring ability, because the one thing I did see in preseason is that man can still shoot. He can still shoot.
Oh my God, yeah. Yes, he can. Mm-hmm.
He can still shoot.
Buckets.
So,
and he playing with his boy. He finally playing with his boy.
And I ain't got Lala on my ass.
Did you see the interview, Guru? Did you see the interview when he was talking about describing how LeBron asked him to come to the team?
No, I didn't see that.
You got to see that, because you got to watch the expression and hear it in his voice. Dude is hyped, like brand new.
One thing I say about Carmelo, he's always been a good guy. I mean, he's one of the few guys that took this nonsense here in New York and embraced the New Yorkers, embraced the constant, craziness that New Yorkers can be, when it comes to their teams. And he was just totally bought in. And it really hurt him when he had to leave here. And, I kept hearing he's going to come back. But I'm so happy to see him with LeBron, and that's a real good fit for him, man. That's a real good fit. So we'll have to, obviously tonight, in a little while they'll start. I'm not expecting them to gel right from the beginning, but I did like the way that he played. He was awesome.
Is that TNT tonight?
Yeah, TNT.
I love Carmelo Anthony.
With Fat Shaq, you heard about what Shaq said, right?
Hey.
Talk about he would kick Will Chamberlain ass, please.
Who said that?
Shaq.
Shaq.
Now Shaq talk on the side of his motherfucking neck. Motherfucker
know
always.
he says it. He says it to get to people like Guru. That's
Right.
why he says that stuff.
Shaq,
And they fall for it every time.
When I heard that, I
They
didn't see him say.
fall for it every time. Get mad, put him down, call him fat.
In fairness to you, Miss Chocolate. In fairness to you, I did not see him say it, so I can't see what was on his. Like, did he say it tongue in cheek? I just heard it, and the guys who said it were making like a joke out of it, and I don't like when you disturb the dead. I think that too many people have a habit of disrespecting people who are no longer here, especially people who have paid the way for them. I'm very sensitive about that because I know when I worked on the railroad, you know, the great Tucker, who was the first African, Robert Tucker, who was drunk every time I saw him, and he used to say the Irish guys did this to me. You know, basically, I had so much reverence for that man. Okay, because he paved the way for people like myself to have the career that I had. So I always take that personal, always.
I do too. I'm sensitive about it too, but when I'm dealing with Shaq, I kind of know, I kind of understand Shaq. So it just.
Shaq been doing that.
I don't take him. See, you can kind of tell when he's serious and when he's not. You can tell. I can tell. Everybody can't tell.
I'm gonna make Papa John's #1 pizza.
Shaq been doing that since he was playing with the Lakers.
He been doing that. He was doing that in Orlando, honey.
Right.
He was doing that in Orlando, honey.
Right. He always been like that. I mean,
Orlando,
and he was funny. I mean, he's a jokester. He was like that in college. I followed him at LSU. I mean, yeah, I love Shaq. So
I like Shaq, man, but just some of the
I'm not saying he's always right, but I take him. I understand him. I understand Shaq. I respect Shaq. I don't have any problem with too many things he does. There's a few things he's done I didn't like, but okay.
Yeah,
overall, I love him.
Home record. Yeah,
I don't know about all that.
So
in the men's department, we know that motherfucker home record.
So Dennis, what next?
Well, we're gonna have to end the show. Ain't nothing but a couple minutes left, to be honest with you.
Ron, where your questions at? Where your top 3 questions? You got a top 3 questions for me, dog?
He got like 8 questions.
I got 9.
2 of them.
I just made one up on the spot while y'all 2 were doing it.
Oh, you a rapper?
Well, can we get that one then? Can we get that? We got no time for that one.
Get the on the spot question. I like that.
I want that on the spot one, yeah.
We gonna call this segment Ron on the spot.
Do you think the refs need to get fined when they miss a call on the field?
Who you said, the referees?
Not whenever they miss a call. No.
I talk about like in big games, like the playoffs.
Yeah, I think it depends on what the game is and what kind of error they made. Okay. I wouldn't rule it out because see now they don't really get fined. They don't get fined, and think that they need to be made to pay some money if they do something that's just egregious, like some obvious they should have caught.
What?
Or if they
what about that kid when he said he caught that pass? Is his name this dude right here?
There's Brian.
It was a catch. That was some bull crap.
No.
That was some bullshit there.
No.
Final score: Milwaukee 127, Brooklyn 104. Ass kicking.
Like in a big time playoff game. I think
I say playoffs on out.
You know, playoffs on the line, and it win or go home.
I need my best guy out there.
Right.
I need the best guy out there.
Hey, I don't think you should wait to the playoffs because the regular season does matter.
Right.
Because it matters in terms of seeding. It matters in terms of who your opponent is, all kind of stuff. So I don't think you should wait to the playoffs. I think it should be the whole season.
And so
17 weeks?
How much you think that
I see you week 17.
Now, this is the question I have. Hold on, before I go any further. Are the refs now paid properly? When I say properly, I mean like, do they get paid? Are they on payroll or are they paid per game, like per diem?
Yeah,
I have no idea.
It's a part-time jobs.
In part-time.
But they get paid. They get paid handsomely.
Right.
Yeah,
But pretty good.
But
the problem is they can't. Most of those guys are judges, presidents of companies. They can't. It's a seasonal job to them because the NFL does not want to hire them full time throughout the year. What are they going to do during the off season? So that's why it's, for the most part, is a part-time job.
But
they've talked about it. They've talked about that forever.
But I feel like
then I can't. Well, then I can't agree that they should be fined for a bad call.
Why?
Because I feel as though that they should be full-time employees. That's
what does that have to do with it? They're still getting paid.
Yeah, but at the end of the day,
hold up. Why you got to be full-time to pay money if you don't do something right?
Yeah,
why you got to be
no. Wait, hold on. Let me explain.
That's what I'm asking for, an explanation. Yeah.
I'm just telling you, they made a mistake. I ain't saying they did something wrong. I'm talking about made a mistake. They made a mistake and they didn't get a call right. They got together, they huddled, 6 of them. They got together, they huddled. The main judge said with the white hat, it's not a first down. Clearly it looked like a first down to everybody else on TV. Main judge said it's not. Now, they come to find out on Tuesday, it is a first down. So now you telling me all 6 of them got to be fined?
Hell yeah.
Well, I didn't say all 6.
This is why I said
I'm saying, okay, well, if it was a group decision, yeah, they all 6 got to be fined. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying fine them. I'm not saying fine them $10,000. No, I'm not saying that, but find something. Do something to them to keep them from being inaccurate. Get the shit right.
Well, I mean, that's why only a special group of them do the Super Bowl. You ever notice? There's a special group of them that do the Super Bowl because it's the ones that's been doing real good throughout the season, calling these
right. They earn that. I get it.
Some people
some people
think. Let me just say something.
I know, but that still doesn't mean that they shouldn't get fined. What's that got to do with fining them when they mess up?
I don't think that they make I think they need to be full-time employees so we can fine them so they can get better. That's how
Dennis, you can find a part-time employee.
Yes, you can.
Okay, you can find a part-time employee. Their employment status has nothing to do with it.
This is what I'm saying, how I feel.
I know. I'm saying to you, think about what you're saying. What you're saying is not jiving because their employment status doesn't affect the ability to be fined.
You can't get fined.
I'm not saying fine them $1 million. I'm not saying that.
I don't know.
You find them according to their employment status. If they work part-time, this is the part-timer's fine. If you're a full-time employee and you do this, then you find that. Fine. They can still be fine. I don't care if it's $100. Find their ass is something.
All right, well, this is the reason why I'm saying this. Because then you're gonna have some referees that's gonna come and be like, you know what? I'm not making a decision on that iffy call. I'm not doing it because they ain't gonna do nothing but fine me. So they just gonna pass the buck. You got to like, hey, chill to it.
Then guess what? Guess what? That they don't need to be doing the job.
Right.
That's your job.
They don't need to be doing the job.
Hold on. Now let me go a little further. Then you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna have them replacement refs again. And where we got one said touchdown, other one said interception. All right. That's what's gonna happen. That's why I said if you pay them full time.
Okay, so then don't do nothing. Let them just keep on fucking up and messing up people's chances and don't with no repercussions then.
Right.
That's what's been happening.
Well, let me
75 years. Well, how many years
have been around? Like in the words of my daddy, you all wet. Now, that's what I'm saying. That's what my daddy was saying. Man, you all wet. To keep from cussing, he would say, man, you all wet.
How long has the NFL been around? Was it 100 years, right? It's 100 plus, right?
50.
No, 50. The NFL been around longer than 50.
That baseball has been around 100 years.
No, they celebrated their 100-year anniversary. Wait a minute.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't.
75.
Yeah, but it wasn't even called.
No, 75 is NBA.
Yeah, but remember, it wasn't called the NFL for a while. In the Super Bowl, it was two different things, and then before that, it was something called something. It was three different leagues.
Well,
right.
all I'm saying is,
let me say
they've been doing what they've been doing with these referees the whole time.
Well, let me just say something about.
It's 10:03, y'all.
As I said, it is what it is. My suggestion: pay them full time, then go ahead and finance.
But
That's my suggestion. Make them full time employees, then go ahead and
finance. But they can still do the same thing. But according to you, they won't make a call because they don't want to be fined. That ain't gonna change because they full time. They go full time. That ain't gonna change that.
They got they 6 months on, 6 months off. They get paid full time throughout the whole year.
Okay, let me explain.
Go ahead.
And why I said they need to get fines, because it meant big games that a team get F out of.
Every year that happens.
Yeah. Okay, I get tired of it.
All right, well, like I said,
the Ray Charles, I mean, these referees not blind out there. Ray Charles to see this stuff wide open.
All right.
Stevie Wonder to see this.
Let me explain this to you.
So
when you get more side money from gamblers, let me say it the right way. When you get on the side, this is what's happening, Ryan. You telling me this ain't happening? You telling me you ain't sitting there seeing these referees?
I'm not talking about what you get on the side at your other job. I'm talking about
Ryan, listen to me what I'm talking about. Ryan, you're not listening. When you get more side money to throw a flag that shouldn't have been thrown because Vegas told you to, than you do for the employment you at, you tell me which one you gonna do. That's why I said make them full-time employees.
That is the reason why I told you, Dennis, I was against Vegas.
The reason why I was saying everything I was saying.
I told you that's the reason why that they should have never allowed that betting crap.
Wait a minute.
So wait a minute, Guru. You mean to tell me that you ain't never in your life watched a professional game and said, man, that ref just threw that flag that way? Was no reason for them to throw that flag.
I mean, I've thought of it, but the only person in the last 20 years we heard that was doing it was Donahue, and that was in the NBA.
That's because he told on himself.
No, that's because he was sloppy. But the bottom line is, I don't necessarily agree with you. I do think you have a point in terms of if you're full time, it's yearly training, and
yearly training. We go back, we look at your mistakes, we try to fix them.
Right, and I think that would lend itself to a better brand of officiating. That's number one. Number two, they are going to New York now. If you see them huddling, a lot of times they're going to New York and they're huddling. And then New York is telling them in their ear, that's a good play or that's a bad play. And number three, last but not least, as far as Ryan is concerned, the bottom line is that two things. Some people feel it's not good to have an all-star referee crew in the playoff games because they didn't work together during the regular season. So there's no continuity. Right. In other words, so that's and number four, the last thing, as far as they do get penalized in the sense that if they do make an error, sometimes they're not allowed to advance to that next level in all sports. So just so that Ron, to answer your question, basically that's what that's what I want to say about that. But that was a great question, Ron.
That was a great question, Ron. That was just those were some of the things I was thinking about when you was like find the ref. I'm like,
because
proper first.
Because I feel like a lot of these teams they wrote their ass off all season. And they get F out of the playoff because the referee they won't make the right call on a play or something. So now you out of the playoffs, you at home on the couch watching other people playing football. Well, that could have been you on the field.
Because you hiked the ball and you didn't get the first down?
Right.
But I do think the New York thing, where they're going to New York and getting help from the sky, so to speak, is going to help them try to get it the ultimate thing, which is the right call.
I like that as a seventh ref now. I watched the game. I don't know. There was one game this weekend, or was it last weekend, where the referee from the guy from New York didn't even know the right call of the play. I watched one. Now, so they're mostly right, New York. They're not always right, but they're mostly right. So
you're talking about the guy who's working for CBS or NBC?
No. There was the referee from New York. They called him up and asked him about the play, and he didn't know the right answer to the play.
Right.
But you're not talking about the guy that was working the game in the headquarters. You're talking about a guy that was working for the network who didn't get it right, correct? Because we don't get we're not privy to what they're saying in headquarters. We're not privy to that. We don't get that. We get what they're saying.
Guru, I'm gonna tell you who it was, because I don't know exactly which guy you're talking about right now. All I know is the reporters. You know how they say, "Hey, let's talk to Mike from New York."
Right.
The head ref from New York.
Right. Mike Fiera.
Right.
But not he's a former referee, but in headquarters that now the referee who has the headset on is going to get the answer from, that has nothing to do with the network. That's the NFL with their own, group of people who are in New York City or wherever, coming together as 4 or 5 people and telling them, okay, he says yes. Okay, we got an agreement. Let's overrule that play. That's different. You don't see that. Mike Fiera is somebody's different. That's somebody.
I didn't think that they talked to Mike Fiera, but I was just saying he didn't even get it right. That's all I was saying.
Well, but he's human. But that's why when they go to their new thing, I'm sure it's not one person. It's a conglomerate of people who are coming to a decision, so that even if one person gets it wrong, it has to be the majority, whatever it is, 4 in that room, 5 in that room, 6 in that room. That's what I'm saying to you. You're right. Even I've noticed a lot this year that a lot of the people who are working for the networks have gotten it wrong, which is surprising because usually they get it right. But you know what happens? What's happening, and let me explain that, is that because the rules keep changing every year, and these guys are former referees, they're not as up to snuff with all the new changes as they should be. That's why the further and further they get away from the game, the more inaccurate they are in trying to tell you what's right and what's wrong.
Okay.
All right. Well, we gotta end the show. I want to thank y'all very much for coming out. Sorry we had to go a little over time, but again, I want to thank y'all very much for coming out. Definitely loved everything from the sports guru with his big beef, and we got Sharon Mullen, the chocolate girl. We also got Ron Thomas and OG came to visit us today. I want to thank everybody very much for coming out. God bless. Good night.
Go Lakers.